In this video, there are old and new high dollar cars. I'll tell you all about them here in just a minute. I'm in Goldsboro, North Carolina at the moment at my brother-in-law's house, who goes by the name of Anthony Flores. He is part owner of Deacon Jones Kia and Deacon Jones Pre-Owned of Goldsboro. I think that's the name. I might have it wrong though. Anyway, he has been a collector of cars, old and new, for quite some time, many years. He's been telling me about all the cars he's got. He's got a lot of older ones that need a little bit of work. And we've been talking about me coming out here doing some Will It runs. Well, I'm here. Been here for a couple weeks. I got 3 or 4 of the old cars running. And anyway, he's been telling me about this collection here. There's something unique or rare about each one of them. They're all awesome. And I got to thinking, you know what? Let's just get them all together. And I'll do a video, him telling y'all about them. And then I'll jump in them and we'll take them down the road and see how they perform. I reckon we'll start this video off with this old Mopar right here. It's a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. That's about all I can tell you, fellas. Y'all know that I don't know the stats on these old cars. My brain's too tiny to keep up with all that stuff. But the fella that can tell you all about it's right here. This is my brother-in-law, Anthony Flores. All the cars you see in this video, he owns them. He's, I think, fixing to carry them off to Mecum auction in a week or two, ain't you?
Yep, May the 9th.
Well, tell us a little bit about this old Barracuda here.
Okay. This is a 70 Barracuda. It's been cloned or built as a tribute to the Cuda. The 318 was removed. They put a 340 in it. They put the Cuda badging on it, front and back. I'm not sure all the differences. I just know the Cuda was more of a special edition car, a little more rare car. But it is a true 1970 original Barracuda that's been cloned into a Cuda. I think the main thing is the engine and some of the badging that's been put on it. And I understand the rockers have been changed to have the gill plates like a Barracuda fish. And that was part of that Cuda package along with this stripe right here. I'm sure there's some Mopar fans out there that can tell exactly if that's right. I've been a fan of these cars for years, but I've never really studied up on them because I never thought I'd get the opportunity to buy one. And through a friend, I saw this car, walked around it one time and bought it immediately. And I really didn't even know what I bought. But it runs great, sounds great. The interior looks very, very original on it. I've been wondering if the top's actually original because of the material it's made of. I was very impressed with it when I drove it down the highway. And I feel like it's going to do good at Mecum.
Well, first of all, let me say this, Mopar guys, if we give the wrong stats or whatever, let me know in the comments. We tried to figure out how many of these were made. I guess the Barracuda 318, how many convertible? I forgot to tell y'all, it is convertible. How many of those were made in 1970? I don't know, fellas. Y'all let me know. And 2, this, and like I said, these are all going to the Mecum auction. What are you expecting this to bring when you run it across the auction block?
I'm hoping it'll bring somewhere around 80,000.
That's a lot of money for a car, you know it. A lot more than I'll ever be able to give for one.
Yes.
I tell you what, it is a very clean car. It's gorgeous. I mean, it looks almost showroom ready. I reckon let's jump in it and we'll take her down the road and see how she does. This is the first time I have driven this car. I do have the top down, by the way. So if the wind noise is too much, well, I do apologize. Anyways, like I said, this is the first time I've driven this car. I straightaway here. We'll see what it'll do. Let's see what she'll do. Like I said, I've never driven this car before. Oh, it went in a second. We gotta do that over. Yeah, it needs some. Oh, I know what it is. The kickdown cable, lever arm, whatever you want to call it, is not hooked up. It keeps it from opening the carburetor maybe halfway. It's as far as we go with the kickdown cable open. That's why it's shifted like this. There is a remedy for that. Let me drop her down into low and I'll just shift it myself. How about that? Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. What about one more Spirited drive and then we'll head back and jump in the next one. Oh yeah. She runs pretty doggone good. I reckon we'll continue with the Mopar theme on this behemoth of a vehicle. It's a 2023 Jeep Mojave Gladiator. That's what it started out as. America's Most Wanted. Jeep's got a hold of it, and they did quite a bit of customization to it, and I'll let Anthony tell you everything he did.
Yes, America's Most Wanted Jeeps in Grand Blanc, Michigan done the custom work on this. They put an 840 horse Dodge Demon engine in it. They took the body off the chassis and stripped all the engine mounts and transmission mounts and just started with a pure frame and went back, and they put the, and I can't remember the numbers, I'll have to look, but it's the big heavy duty transmission, the 1-ton axles and all this heavy duty stuff. I have to let Chad show you that on the video. But they chopped 9 inches out of the bed and shortened the frame all behind the wheel. And all that's probably on their website, but I think he told me it was 9 inches where they shortened it up. And but it's really something to drive. Chad's already drove it. I reckon he'll tell you about it. And they put their own custom leather seats in it with America's Most Wanted engraved in them, and even in the perforations. And these are his wheels that he designed with his logos in the wheel. But it's a very rare Jeep. I saw the 1070 horse they built bring 330,000 at Barrett Jackson in April of 23. And I actually bought this from them that weekend there at Barrett Jackson. And it's running through Mecum, May the 9th. And
what do you expect it to bring?
You know, we're hoping for 180, 190, which would be a loss. But it's time to sell them.
Woo. That costs more than my house sitting right here. It sure does. Let me tell you too, I have drove this vehicle. Those are 40-inch tires. It turned them over in first and second, and I got out of it. That's a whole lot of power, sure is. Anyways, let's get in it, and I'll take you down the road and just show you what it does. It rained on us just as soon as we got in the Jeep, so we had to wait for that to pass. But we're gonna get a drive in now. Maybe a burnout, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh crap. Throttle's a little bit touchy there. Y'all hear that whine? There ain't nothing like it. I know dude ain't a third of what this motor is, but it reminds me of dude with that wine. I sure love it. Alright. This is a behemoth of a vehicle, I'm telling you. It feels like it's exactly as wide as the lanes are. And I think it weighed like 5,000 pounds when it was stock. But me and Anthony were discussing with the big old axles and that big old motor, it's liable to weigh 6,000 plus. And I'm telling you, it will scoot right now. I'm afraid to get on it much, fellas. The road's wet. I can't do it. I can't afford to pay for it if I wreck it. Just spinning the tires right there, fellas. 40-inch tires. I know the road's wet, but 40-inch tires. It just like it ain't nothing. What in the world? Crazy. It's just amazing what this big old thing can do with that motor. I don't know if that wine's picking up on video, but man, I sure like it. What will it do from a standstill? Just a quick little rip. What? Goodness gracious alive. I can't get over the tires. What in the world? I just want y'all to know that I do have permission to do this from my brother-in-law. I've been waiting to do this for a while, so here we go. Well, that was a very, very pitiful burnout. It really was, if you want to even call it a burnout. I don't know the vehicle. I didn't know how it was going to react. I think I had it over in manual and I didn't know it, and I was expecting it to shift, and never did. But anyway, it's a very quick vehicle for its size. It's a behemoth, I'm telling you. It's the most powerful thing he owns. 840 horsepower, that's a lot. But it definitely is not the fastest thing he owns. If you want to see that, wait around till the end of the video, because it's pretty awesome. Up next, we have an absolutely, positively, without a doubt, gorgeous 1966 Chevrolet C10 Custom. It has been frame off. This is top of the line quality right here, fellas. And once again, I'll let my brother-in-law over here, who's spitting out backer juice, tell you all about it.
I didn't know you were ready. Yes, I've had a bunch of cars, but I'd say this by far is probably one of the best built. It was built completely off frame. There's a whole book of pictures to go with it. He said all the fasteners he used was stainless steel, putting it back together. The frame's been powder coated and all polished aluminum underneath. It's a LS3 put in it, and
it sounds like it's got a little bit of a cam. It ain't nothing great, but
yep, it's got a little cam. He put the vintage air conditioner in it, Tremec 6-speed transmission, power disc brakes on all four corners. But all the brake lines and the fuel lines, just the way to run, just one of the most professional, just one of the best builds I've ever seen.
In other words, there ain't no backyard butchery in this truck right here. Let me show you some stuff on the inside I think it's just pretty trick. Y'all know I deal in junk, and I mean, this may be pretty common, but I might have to turn the key on. Hang on. This looks like a regular door handle. Well, watch this. It don't roll. You hit it going down and the window goes down. You bring it up, the window goes up. That's the neatest thing in the world to me. Maybe it's just because I'm used to dealing in junk, but it's pretty sharp. If I was to go to Mecum auction and I want to buy this truck, what am I going to have to pay for it?
About 90,000.
Wee. Man, that's too high dollar for me. Old truck's got a little bit of a cam, I do believe. You can hear it. That don't sound too bad to me. No. Let's get an old fella and take her down the road. I'm here to tell you, fellas, this truck right here, it's immaculate. I'm telling you, it's a brand spankingly new 1966 C10 is what it is. Yep. It's got all the modern stuff you would want, but you got the old school look also. You know, you've got a modern LS3 engine, 6-speed, good modern big brakes. It's got some really good brakes. The suspension is, you know, it's sport car like. It ain't all sloppy like a, you know, original 66 C10 would be. The interior is awesome. It's got a pretty modern looking dash, but they're, you know, old school at the same time. And of course the vintage air, we got it on right now. I ain't riding around in this truck hot. Absolutely not. No. This clutch pedal, it takes a bit of getting used to. I don't know. It's just releases in a hot spot, I guess. It wouldn't take long to figure it out. It's just a good running old truck, that's what it is. It don't have a whole lot of horsepower. But I mean, you know, get up and go. Oh yeah, don't make it wrong. To me, this is the type of truck that I could stand there and look at it all day long, gawk over it. A lot of guys are into the newer, more modern stuff like we've already driven. Not me, no sir. I would take this truck over almost anything else out there if I had my pick. Or not necessarily this truck, but something like it. And I said almost because there is one vehicle that is coming up that we're going to drive here in a minute. That's just, it's absolutely insane. I do like the 6-speed. It gives it a sports car feel. Plus, you know, it's got the good suspension. It's a little bit of a rough ride like a sports car would be. It's nice. It ain't no speed demon. It ain't got, you know, golf or horsepower like a lot of other vehicles, but you can't go for a spirited drive. It runs pretty good. Oh yeah, that ain't bad. And no, we will not be doing a burnout in this truck. Absolutely not. It's too clean of a truck to do that to it. I just can't do it. Oh yeah, she runs pretty good. Let's head on back and get on the next one. I don't know how close they'll let me get, but, well, they got a pond here. Decent sized pond. And these two geese come back every spring. Their names are Roger and Mary, by the way. And they say they come back every year. Sure do. Let's see how close we can get to them. Roger, Mary, how y'all been doing today? Come here, come here, let me interview you. Don't run away. Come here. Well, I guess they're not interested in talking to me. We'll see y'all later. If you've seen any of my Will It Run videos whilst I've been out here in North Carolina, well, you've probably seen a lot of Jeeps in the background. Well, he's a Jeep nut. And this is another Mopar. He seems to have a lot of Mopars. I'm starting to think he's a Mopar nut too.
No, I'm just a nut.
Well, I might agree with that. But what we got right here is a 2023 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack with a 392 Hemi, making 485 horsepower, I do believe. That's about all I can tell you about it. It is a special car, as you can see. It's convertible. That's quite custom. I'll let him tell you all about it.
Yes, this is what they call a last call limited edition. It is the 485 Scat Pack Hemi on a wide body. It's what they call the ATX wide body package. It had 77 miles on it when I got it. I think we looked and it's got about 1,100 now. Drop Top Promotions did the convertible package on it. It's not a dealer add-on. It was something with Dodge that they agreed to build.
Did they get a deal with Dodge to do that?
To build so many of them.
Do you know how many of them they built?
No, I was told this is one of 7 in this package. I know it was very few because then they done away with the Hemi engine, and so there wasn't as many built. In addition to some of the other things we talked about, it does have the upgraded ABS Brembo, 6-piston front caliper brakes, competition suspension, and of course the low gloss sport wheels, the technology group, the shaker hood package, which I really like, and of course the SRT performance spoiler on the back, and of course, you know, like most modern cars, navigation and the big 8.5-inch screen. We love it. It's my wife's favorite because we can ride the grandkids in it, and there's seat belts and a little more modern safety equipment, but still gives you that old classic car feel.
And again, like with all the others, what is it going to bring it to sale?
Well, I'm hoping she'll bring somewhere around 85,000. I got a little carried away when I bought this one. I gave 100 grand for it, thinking the rarity of the Hemi engine. But we're planning on sending them on a one-way trip, so we're hoping realistically maybe 80,000.
Like I said, it does have 485 horsepower, but it don't really, I don't know how to explain it, don't really feel like it. It's not like it's going to, you know, get away from, get out of hand. It is just a fun little car to drive around town, especially with the top down. Matter of fact, let's get in it and, well, we'll ride around town. Y'all listen to this. Whole thing don't sound too bad. It's got a pretty decent exhaust. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Of course, I've got the top down. You don't drive a convertible vehicle whilst you're making a video with the top up. No, sir. If you do that, well, I would consider you crazy. I really would. Oh yeah, we got half a tank, so we can go a long way around with this one. This is a fun car to drive. It is a new muscle car. That's basically what it is. It's just got a whole lot better handling and brakes. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Let's go right. Suck you back in that seat. I don't know if it has traction control. If it does, I don't need to turn it off. Let's see something real quick. Yep, it's got traction control. I don't know how you turn it off. Let me see real quick. Right here, maybe. Oh yeah, I think I turned it off. Let's just do a little quick burnout. Yeah, that's pretty nice. It sure is. it's got a totally different feel. The throttle, I'm sure it's drive-by-wire, and it's just a totally different feel. But boy, it's still got the power. Yeah, power's the same whether it's new or old. One more rip and let's head back. Oh yeah. They don't put a smile on your face, well, we can't be friends. Next up, we've got a 1981 Jeep Scrambler that looks brand new. I mean, it's pretty much flawless. It looks like it just come off showroom floor. Well, the mileage, well, I'll just let my brother-in-law here tell you about it too.
The story goes, according to the previous owner, it is 19,700 original miles. Normally, I'm not inclined to believe that. I hear these stories in these old cars all the time, but this truck is...
It's immaculate. It
yeah.
looks like it just come off the showroom floor.
It really does. And I've rode and drove it, and it's just amazing. It's got that 4.0 inline six, which is just an iconic engine, automatic transmission with factory air, power steering, power brakes, and it just rides and drives like a dream. Obviously, it's been repainted, and all the stripe package is put on it just like it come from Jeep. One of the options they did have, I don't know if this one did not have it or if the man that restored it could not find the parts, but you know, some of them had a couple little pieces of wood that went down the side, little bed rails. I'm assuming this one did not have it because they are pretty much available, pretty easy, the little wood kit online. He chose not to put it back, so I'm assuming it did not have it from the beginning. I have had enough of these to know is the original interior, and it's very obvious. All the gauges and around the gauges and the writing on the above the headlight switches and all, everything's in great shape. So it does point to its possibility it is the actual miles. But there again, excuse me, this one's going with all the other ones to Mecum on May the 9th.
What do you think this in here bring?
45,000.
Let's ride this thing around the pond over here. See how it does off-roading. If I actually took this off-roading, I'm pretty sure my brother-in-law would try to kill me. Yeah. These are kind of neat little vehicles. If you haven't noticed, well, if you've watched some of my Will It Runs, you see he's got a lot of Jeeps, and he is a Jeep nut. Oh yeah, and he loves this one right here for sure. And that will conclude the off-road portion of this video. Let's hit the road, just see how it does out on pavement. This old Jeep, it just needs to be driven. He told me it's been sitting in the showroom floor at the used car lot for quite some time. Got a little bit of carb issues, but nothing major. It just needs to be driven. Blow the soot out of it. I will tell you this much. A Jeep, it ain't really made for a bigger fella. No, sir, it just ain't wide enough for me. But they are fun to drive, especially if you can take the top off or take the doors off. Yep. Alright, there ain't but one thing left to do. Let's see if it'll do a burnout. Just kidding. Let's head on back and get in the next one. You might have seen this old car 2 or 3 weeks ago when I did a Will It Run on it. Well, here it is again. It's a 1969 Mustang Mach 1 clone, and in my opinion, it's a pretty good clone job too. Yep, it would fool me any day. It hadn't ran in 30 plus years, and when I started on it, the motor was stuck, but it had been unstuck before I started fooling with it. We had some ignition trouble, and then I put a set of brakes on it, a set of tires, give it a good bath. And I tell you what, it's a good running car. It fires up just as soon as you hit the key. It's amazing what they can do after they set that long. Anyway, that's about all I can tell you about it. I'm gonna get my brother-in-law over here to tell you the rest of the story. It's a pretty neat little story.
Yes, I got this car in an unusual way. My UPS driver at our dealership would come, and I had a bunch of old antiques in the showroom, and he'd always tell me he had this car. And I'd always say, I want to buy it if you ever decide to sell it. Well, he passed away, and probably 3 or 4 years after he passed away, his wife contacted me through a preacher friend of mine, which is an amazing story in itself. But anyway, the preacher called me and said, you know, she had the car. She had actually had my card where he had given her many years before and told her I wanted to buy it. So anyway, I went and looked at it. It had the original tires on it, and I think Chad's got that in the video somewhere, but they were separating, and of course we had to put new tires on it. But anyway, I bought the car. I sit down, she told me this story about it. I drove about 30 miles to another town, talked to her son, and he confirmed the story. But they bought this car brand new in October 1968, and we even had the DMV stamp on the paper from October 1968 when they got the car. And in 71, they found out they were expecting a baby. And he told her, if it's a boy, I'm gonna give him this car. And sure enough, it was a boy. He parked the car under a barn and saved it for this child. Like most children, when they turned 16, they wanted the latest, greatest. The young man told me he wanted an IROC Z in 1987. And of course, they bought him an IROC Z. They did in trying to entice him. The front of the car was all original. The back end had been sticking out under the barn a little bit, and they carried it over here to a body shop in Wilson, North Carolina, and it's had its only paint job in 1987. He did like most kids and put the Pioneer Super Tuner 3 in it with the Jensen speakers, and he said, I drove it a little bit, but I just wanted an IROC, and they bought him an IROC. They parked the car back, and it had been sitting pretty much ever since. He told me he drove it a little bit through high school off and on. But it basically been sitting since 1992. It's got 55,000. He signed the affidavit, the actual miles on the car, and it's just been sitting up a long time. I could not believe how well it rode and drove, how good it run when Chad got through with it. But just a real unusual story about this car.
Those of you who know me know I'm not a Ford guy, but this is a pretty awesome car. It sort of brings back memories because my brother had one mid-80s. It was a 69. It was an actual Mach 1. It was maroon in color. He had Keystone Classics on it. I'll remember that car till the day I die, but yeah, that car brings back a lot of memories. Anyways, let's jump in it and just see how it does. It is fully warmed up, but y'all just listen to how quickly this thing fires up. Was sitting around 30 plus years. As soon as you touch the key, it fires right up. Pretty amazing. Let's get out of this here subdivision. We'll take a ride out in the country. This is one of the better driving old cars that I've ever had the privilege of sitting in. And you wouldn't know that it had been sitting up as long as it has been. It's just a really nice car to drive. Whole thing runs and drives really well. I'm actually surprised at how good it does. You know, as long as it's set up. It does have its issues. The car, well, I'll just show you right here. When you kick it down, it's got some spit and sputtering. The car needs a little bit of work. Not bad. That wasn't too bad there. But I have had it spit and sputter pretty bad. It may just need to be driven. Get all the little bugs worked out. It'd be a pretty good little car. Of course, it's no speed demon. Let's see what it'll do from a standstill. Like I said, it ain't a speed demon, but it don't run too bad. This will make somebody a good car, whether you leave it as a barn find or put the money in it and actually paint it, fix all the small stuff. Either way, it's a pretty good car. Let's head on back. I reckon we'll look at the next car. I saved the best for last. This is the granddaddy of them all, in my opinion. And let me tell you, it scares me half to death to drive it, but I love it. It's a 2023 Corvette Z06. That's about all I can tell you about it. I'll let this fella right here tell you the rest of it.
Well, obviously it's a convertible. It had 27 miles on it when we got it. It's probably been about a year, a little over a year ago. It's got about 1,000 on it now, I think, maybe 1,100. But it's a pretty rare option car, and that's what I was telling Chad. So I thought I'd go over it with you. It's got an $11,995 carbon fiber wheel package. And it's got the 19-inch upgraded carbon ceramic brake package. So a little over $21,000 worth of package on that. There was 3,304 Z06 convertibles made. And I'm sure Chad's already or will show you some of the modes, but it's also got a launch mode. I reckon it kicks into stall torque converter, but the launch is unbelievable on it. And it's also got a raise package where if you come up to a steep driveway or something, it actually raises the front end up several inches. And it remembers that in the GPS, and if you ever get to that spot again, it automatically raises itself to keep from chipping the bumper or whatever.
What size motors it got and what kind of horsepower does this thing make?
It's a 5.5 liter flat plane crank engine, and it's 670 horsepower.
Let me tell y'all, fellers, I've drove this car and yeah, it scares me half to death. I've never experienced anything else like it. It will sit you back in the seat like nothing you've ever experienced. Well, we are finally going to get to drive what I think is just the best car in the world right now. Let's just start it up. It's amazing just hearing it start. Yeah. Of course, you got this dash that, you know, you have to be a space astronaut to operate and understand. But here's something that I think is awesome. You turn this right here, mode. You just twist that, and well, it's got different things that you can set. Well, one of the things you can set is the exhaust sound. Here's what is called weather. It's pretty quiet. The next one is my mode. I think this is what you can actually change when you're in this mode. It's a lot louder. I think I like this the best. Then you have tour. I think it quietens back down, but it's a little raspy. There's the settings there. I guess it's more of a European sound. Then you got sport. Here's the settings for that. That don't sound bad. Then you got track. There's the settings for that. It won't let me rev it past 3,000 or so. I don't know if it's a setting or maybe it has to warm up to a certain temperature, but I mean it's already at 180. I don't know, fellas, it's way too newfangled for me. Anyways, let's drive her down the road. Let us go a driving in the old Corvette. It's got memory seats. I don't know how to set them. Every time I start the thing, it scoots me all the way up. It's so aggravating. I have to scoot it back and then get everything where it needs to be. Anyways, let's head down the road in this old car. The torque converter on this car is weird. I need to study up on it just because I would like to understand it. It's like when you first take off, it'll rev up and you can feel it lock in. It's just weird. And the way the thing shifts, it's like you're shifting a manual transmission.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Perkins Road.
I don't know how to get where we're going, so yeah. Y'all have to put up with the...
Take the next left onto Perkins Road.
Oh, I gotta put my seatbelt on too, or it's gonna beep at me.
Continue on Buckswamp Road for 3/4 of a mile.
It is an 8-speed, I do believe. And yes, fellas, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This car scares me after death. It does. It's only 670 horsepower, but I think it weighs 3,600 pounds, and that's insane. Yep. It does have paddle shift too. Let me downshift. And the acceleration is just wow. That's all I can say. I've told y'all this before, I'll tell you again. I'm not big on speed. If it don't do about 100 miles an hour, I don't care, but I wanted to get there just like that. And this car, it does that. Absolutely, it does that. The rear view mirror, it can either be a mirror or you hit a button up here and it's an actual camera on the back of the car. I prefer the mirror. The camera, I don't know, it just don't look right to me. It's got all kind of little bells and whistles like that. Half of it I don't know about. My brother-in-law was trying to tell me some of it. It's amazing what they do with cars nowadays. Absolutely amazing. I'm headed to a very specific location. You'll understand why when I get there.
US 13 north, US 70 east.
I forgot to turn the good exhaust on. Goodness gracious alive. I'm telling you. I could either got a guy that works at the used car lot for my brother-in-law. He's into drones, and he's gonna get some drone footage of what we're fixing to do right here. I'll introduce him here in a minute. I think he's got a YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it too. I'm hoping he gets some pretty good footage. Y'all know I don't know this newfangled stuff, so I had to get on YouTube and look up how to do a burnout in this car. They say you can't do a standing burnout. It has to be a rolling burnout, and there's quite a bit of stuff you have to do to make that happen. So let's do a little learning right here. That's curved. I don't really know if I want to go down this road. Let's just see what's down here a little bit. I don't want to launch it on the curve. Absolutely not. Here's a small straightaway. Let's just see what happens right here. Let's see. You have to hit traction control twice. Well, that didn't work. Let's try it again. Okay. Both lights are off. You have to be in manual mode. You hold the brake and both paddle shifters back. No, sir, that was not it. I don't know that the thing is going to do a burnout. I really don't. All right, here we go. Lord. Fellas, I'm telling you, the G-force from that right there, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life, or felt. Golly, Pete. Let's do that again. Man, that is awesome. Woohoo! If you ever in your life get the opportunity to ride in or drive one of these cars, do it. It's yeah, unbelievable. Let's try that again. I feel the skin on my face peeling back. What in the world, man? All right, here we go. Okay, I have to shift it myself too. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. I can't stay in it long, fellas. I'm telling you, it's just it's just insane. It really is. All right, traction control is off. You hold the brake, you hold both paddle shifts, put her on the floor and let her go. Gosh dang. Woo. I hit the windshield wipers at the same time. Oh man, that is just golly Pete. I gotta get rich so I can buy one of these. Oh man, it just, your guts on the inside, you can feel them lifting up in your body. It's so much G-force. Golly. Woohoo! All right, one more time. Here we go. All day long. I sure could. Hold the brake, hold both paddles, put her on the floor and let it rip. This is insane. Golly, big fellas. I'm telling you. Man alive. not gonna call law. I do think this is private property, but you know how people are. One more rip. Here we go, fellas. Woo. All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna go up here and introduce you to Keith. He's the guy flying the drone, and then we need to get out of here. Huh?
Won't burn out, will it?
Not much. It's just got so much traction.
Oh man.
You're just gonna stick me on camera.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
If you want to know who's running the drone, this fella right here named Keith.
That's me.
He's got
Junkie.
he's got a YouTube channel. What's the name of it?
It's my I go by Prop Junkie. So just Prop Space Junkie, and you'll find the channel.
All right, y'all go check his channel out. I'll put a link in the description. But we're hopefully gonna get some great footage from this drone right here.
There'll be some fun clips for sure.
Awesome. Let me tell y'all, fellas, it's the baddest car I've ever been in. I ain't kidding you. I know there's probably faster cars, but it's unreal. It really is. Well, I reckon we'll wrap this video up here. And let me tell you, this has been it's been an awesome experience being able to drive all these old cars and new cars, fast and slow and in between. Yep, been a lot of fun. And let me say this: I didn't make this video to toot anybody's horn and look at all these expensive cars we got. Absolutely not. No, sir. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me to have this many old and new cars, rare, unique. There's something special about each and every one of them. Have them at my disposal. I've had the keys to these vehicles for the last week and was told, drive them when you want to. And that's what I did. It's been a whole lot of fun. I just want to document all this because I'll probably never have this opportunity again, and it's been awesome. I hope y'all have enjoyed this half as much as I have, because it's been a whole lot of fun. Go ahead and hit that like button if you want to, and subscribe, and check out some of my other stuff. See y'all later.